the hat the whole time here, aren't they? Role playing, lighting your cage. So we've just pulled up at Goodoogga. I'm assuming that's how you say it. It's spelt G-O-O-D-O-O-G-A, so it's either Goodoogga or Goodoogga. I don't know.
Goodoogga. I reckon Goodoogga.
But geez, getting a few flies around us here.
I know.
But we've pulled up at the Great Artesian Baths. And we're just going to go in, have a bit of a look, maybe put our foot in, see what it's like. We're in no hurry because we've just had some news from our friends, Good Different Adventures. They went a different way to us. They stuck to the bitumen and they went from, where were we? We're up at Tibooburra.
Yep.
They went all the way down to Broken Hill, then across to Wilkenya to Cobar, whereas we come across the cut line, which was about 200 odd, bit over 200 k's of dirt, and then another 180 odd k's of bitumen to get us here, obviously to Burke, then from Burke up to here. But they just rung us and they've just lost another water tank. So that's the second water tank they've lost on this trip. They're now heading back to Brisbane. They'll get it repaired and start from scratch and continue their channel and continue their travelling. So we're going to catch up with them for a pub feed when we get back to Brizzy. We're now going to go across to Lightning Ridge, do Lightning Ridge on our own, and from there we'll probably spend 2 or 3 days there. We're in no hurry. We'll sort of have a look, assess what we're doing, and then we were going to stop in Moree, but we may give that the flick now and head straight through to Brisbane. So yeah, we'll take you along with us. We'll go over here and have a look. We've booked into Lightning Ridge tonight, but there's a beautiful looking free camp right beside us, and there is oodles of vans here. And like I said, it is free.
But let's go and have a look at these baths.
Hard standing.
Oh yeah.
And
there's rubbish bins.
Rubbish bins.
And there's also a dump point right next to the baths here.
And there's a toilet inside the baths.
So a lot of information here about the Brewarrina region.
Again, we're not too sure whether it is Brewarrina or whether it is Brewarrina. Like, yeah, I don't know how you pronounce it.
But even coming through this little town about, what, 100 k's back, there's a great little camping area we passed up here near the river, on the Barwon River. But yeah, if you're coming through that way, check out the free camps.
That's just outside of actual Brewarrina on the right hand side there.
Yeah.
And plenty of fishing from what we can see.
But yeah, heaps of information here, so have a read. But yeah, dump point right outside the fence there. And these are the bars. Few rules here. Please use your shower and toilet before entering the pool. No wounds or contagious diseases. If you've got those, don't enter the water. Children must be supervised, no heart conditions. Water temperature may be above 40 degrees. So yeah, don't put your head under the water either, and no diving. Alcohol free zone, no smoking, no dogs. But look at this cool kangaroo out the front. That is a cool statue. Big red. So these are the bars. So there's amenities in here. Some exercise equipment over here. Oh, it's bubbling. Thing. Do some exercises while you're here, while you're camped out.
They actually have like wheelchair access, or if you're obviously got complications, you can use the railings to get in, or you can come in through the other side.
Yeah. So guys, these are the showers and toilets here. So there's a toilet and shower combined. There's 3 of them here at the baths. So yeah, before you enter the pool, you must shower and you must go to the bathroom, because they don't want you doing anything like that into the pool. But what a lovely area and free camp. So if you're coming through this way, make sure you stop and check it out. So guys, we're just at the entrance to Lightning Ridge, so not far to go, but this is on the corner of the main drag and the turn off. Pretty cool. So guys, we're here at Lightning Ridge Outback Resort and Caravan Park. What a cool park. Heaps of racing. Cool bar. It's got a fine reception. Nice outdoor area.
Have a pig.
Oh, how cute. Look at him. Lounge bar. So if you are coming into the Lightning Ridge Outback Resort, this will be reception right opposite the Ampol on the other side of the road. So try and stop close before you head around to the van park. So guys, we've just arrived at the Visitor Information Centre here in Lightning Ridge, and we're just going to go and find out about the door tours. I know you can buy a map here for $1 and that'll show you where you need to go. Nice little information centre here. Souvenirs, drinks, postcards, jackets, shirts. Nice t-shirts. Amanda.
So we do sell the car door tour map for $1. So you have your 4 that are in town, and then we have a separate one that goes out to the Grau and Opal field as well. So would you like both of them?
Yes, thanks.
So how they work, you're going to see where the ones in town begin, where the dotted lines are.
Yep.
So once you come off that sealed road, all the numbers are car doors, and the numbers painted will correspond with your list over here. Gives you a bit of information on what you're seeing, directions as well. So just here on your yellow one, you can skip 7 to 11. There's no attraction down there anymore. There used to be an old iron church. It was built for Rose Byrne's first movie, The Goddess of 1967.
Okay.
Unfortunately, being a movie prop, it wasn't very sturdy, so it did blow over eventually. Now, up at 6, we currently just have some detours in place, so you'll see the signage for it before you get up there, so just make sure you follow that around. The green one here is your sunset tour. So if you'd like to watch your sunset, we suggest leaving about 20 past 5, and you follow your doors all the way up to number 13, which is where the lookout is. You'll still have about half an hour of light once you get up there if you leave at that time. There's a beer can house and a Bruxas maze, and that's where the first mine hole in Lightning Ridge was sunk as well. So it gives you time to look at that before it starts setting. Back of that you have your blue one. So that's all 4 of them in town. And then this is the one that's going to take you out to the pubs. So heading out to Grau, when you're going to head back to the highway, turn left towards Walgett. Once you see Stanley, the next right turn will take you down to Gombora. You're going to hit a T intersection, turn right, follow that down, and you'll see you turn off into Garwan. Yep. That road's all sealed. Once you turn off into Garwan, it's sealed for about 2 kilometres before it will come dirt. You have your Club in the Scrub, your Glengarry Hilton, your Sheepyard Inn, which are all pubs or do meals. You can pre-camp and fossick out there as well. If you're going to visit the War Memorial, just stop in at the Sheepyard Inn first and ask the bar staff, and they'll get someone to take you down and open it up for you. It is gold coin donation, because your Sheepyard Inn is your veterans pub, so all the walls are signed by all the vets that go visit there.
Okay, cool.
So you'll be able to add to it.
How about take a pen?
Yeah, I've got them in the car.
I'd say they would have some out
Yeah,
there.
they should do.
Now, this here is your attraction list. So all these purple stars just correspond here to tell you what there is, your cost and your opening hours. So we do have a couple of things that require to be booked in advance before going. There's Chamber of the Black Hand, that is your opal mine with the sculptures underground. They also offer a guided mine tour, so you can book either one or do it as a package deal. Corinna Station, they do a walking farm tour, taking you around, showing you their biodiversity and farm animals. So everything else other than the highlighted ones, you can just show up between their opening hours, pay a fee if they have one. On the back of that, you have your cafes, restaurants and opal shops as well. So is there anything you specifically wanted to do?
No, I just want to do the car door tours.
Yeah. It's a good way to take yourself around, because then you can decide as you go anyway.
Yeah.
So guys, that was the information here at Lightning Ridge. A lot of information in there, and the staff are really, really helpful. So we've got our maps, bought a couple of hat pins, and now we're off to explore Lightning Ridge. So guys, we're just coming up to the Blue Door Tour. We've picked up our maps from the information centre, but this Blue Door Tour has the walk-in mine and the cactus nursery. An underground experience, and Bevan's Black Opals and Cactus Garden is something I'm looking forward to seeing. But we've got the maps here, so we follow the maps up on this road. So proceed towards the Opal Mine Adventure Walk-in Mine. So about 300 metres up. these tours are self-drive, so you can go at your own pace. You can stop and take photos, take as long as or as quick as you like. Right where he belongs, in the Ridge jail. Check out down this shaft. How cool is that?
Yeah, it's not bad. Very impressive shaft.
Shaft. A shaft is a vertical opening from the surface to the underground workings. It may be square, rectangular, oval or circular and can be used as an access for people, equipment, services and ventilation. This particular shaft was dug around the mid-1980s and is approximately 10 metres in depth. So we're here at the walk-in mine on the blue car door tour. So you drive up here yourself, but check out the quirkiness around here. It's amazing. Oh look, you can take the man out of the army, but you can't take army out of the man. Check out the old trunk calls. Trunk calls, the big snake on there. It's pretty cool. How cool is that? The old Rubik's Cube problem solver. Smashed into bits.
If you haven't seen the walk-in mine, you haven't seen Lightning Ridge. At the walk-in mine, you'll be able to take a trip underground and experience for yourself an open mine. View a fascinating film of the many Lightning Ridge characters and their lifestyles at the Ridge. Complimentary tea or coffee, Fossick for your own opal. Be sure to check out our showroom where you can take a memory home for a very affordable price. So we've paid $20 for this tour, and you've got to have a hat. You've got to sign some paperwork saying you wear the hat the whole time you're under there. But they're fairly comfortable and fairly light. We're just going to go over now and head down and see what happens.
What's my hat say?
Rosie.
You say Stumpy.
I know. Rosie, Rosie.
Stumpy and Rosie. So lots of little photo opportunities here at the walk-in mine. Oh, what have I just found here? Looks like an old mine. Oh, hang on, here comes a worker. Yep, getting out of the mine. Hard hats must be worn. That's why they've kitted us out with these hard hats. Now let's go and check out the mine.
I wonder if I can take it home in the bedroom. I could be a miner.
You could be Stumpy, the miner. Ooh, role playing.
Mining your cave.
Seriously.
Say hello to our little feathered friends. Sunday roast, teriyaki, nuggets, wicked wings, drumsticks, tandoori, schnitzel, southern fried, honey and lovely legs.
Well, I guess they've cooked them up.
Flown the coop.
What's your noggin, mate? Hey, Stumpy, what's your noggin? Oh,
I just hit it.
Did you guys hear that? He just hit his head after I said, what's your noggin? The walk-in mine was established in 1964. Over the years, a good amount of opal was taken from this area known as Ball Hill. This particular mine is no longer worked and we are mining some kilometres from here. So there you have it. different types of opal. Yawa nuts, boulder opal, Queensland matrix opal, crystal opal, semi-black opal, black opal, white opal, and that other matrix opal.
That's wet there.
So you get to walk through the mine, experience walking through a mine. A lot of information down here. Look at this old fella. He's stuffed, he's fallen asleep. So guys, this is the picture of the owner of the walk-in mine, Sandy Randall, standing next to his registered claim at Bald Hill in the early 1960s. Hopefully you guys can see that. Some old photos here.
This is a bit of a story about the original owner, who was Sandy, whose grave was, or the headstone was upstairs. Now Sandy, as a young 13-year-old, was a caravan builder, and he went off and joined the Air Force, the Marines in the Air Force, which must have been a part of the Air Force back then, and that was in World War II. In his late 40s, he moved out here to Lightning Ridge, and he thought he'd go mining. He married a local girl and thought he'd stake a claim up here on the ridge, because speaking to locals, the ridge is probably the best spot to find good opals, but as we know, good opals can be found anywhere. First year at the mine, he worked with a pick and shovel and candles and moved approximately 2,000 yards of dirt by hand. During that time, it was very hard work. It was consistent for me to work up to 16 hours a day down the mine, and sometimes at night. The days and nights I worked the mine, I remember it got very hot in the summer time, and I used to go down on the mine where it was much cooler. We used to use flour and water and pour it down the fault lines to see which way the water was running, and this gave us a good clue as to where to start digging. At first I found black knobbies with no colour, then I got onto some knobbies with a bit of blue and green. They weren't worth very much though. One of the biggest knobbies I got outweighed 4 ounces. I did find some reasonable trace under where the old camp used to be before it burnt down. Most of my good opal I got from the 6 Mile field. There was very little water available in those days, so we had to catch water where we could and wash our dirt. The thing I loved about living at the walk-in mine was the sunrises and the sunsets, because I was high on the ridge and it was always a spectacular view with plenty of wildlife and bird life also. I'm now 85 years of age and have Parkinson's disease. I'm now living at the Laurieton Nursing Home. As far as I'm aware, I'm the only life member of the Miners Association still living. So there you go. That was Sandy. His real name was Amos Randall, known as Sandy. And that was back in the year 2000. He told that story to some guy. But if you have a look here, there's some photos of Sandy working away. Very interesting. Well, was it worth $20? I don't think so.
No.
Maybe $10, but even still, that's stretching it. But yeah, I guess is what it is, and
that's how they make their money out here, I suppose. People got to make money. Yeah.
Obviously, they're not finding money in digging for opals, so make it out of the tourists. But hey.
Yeah, it was interesting, but I don't think it was worth $20. But like,
not after some of the things we've done in Coober Pedy.
Yeah, but you can come out here and not pay the $20 and just have a look around the yard at all the old machinery and stuff. So you don't feel like you need to spend the $20 to go down into the mine, because really there's not much down there.
It's only a 5-minute trip down there, and I'm sure if you spend your money at some of the other things that we're going to go to today, you probably get better bang for your buck. Yeah.
Anyway, that's the Blue Door tour.
But over here is where you can actually go fossicking. So part of paying your $20, you can actually dig around here. There's a couple of guys over there now, or guy and girl, that's doing a bit of fossicking.
So these guys are having a bit of a fossick, and they've found some interesting pieces.
Oh, there's some little purpley blue shine sparkle in there.
Yeah.
Enough to make you want to keep digging to find more.
Just look cool.
Yeah.
That's probably the best one.
Yeah, it is. That's cool. So we're continuing on the Blue Car Door tour, and our next stop is Bevan's Cactus Nursery.
So we've just pulled up at the Bevan's cactus garden. And there's a few cactuses. They come from Bolivia, Mexico, Brazil, Curaçao. This one here is Guatemala. So check these out.
Now it is $15 to come in and walk around the gardens. They told me, or they told Dave that that's for insurance and things like that. But all these little places, it's just, yeah, to make up your own mind whether you want to pay all these fees to come in. You obviously get your map for $1, and yeah, and then you've got to start forking out all this other money. So I'll take you for a walk through anyway and show you what's here. But there's cactuses from all over the world. There's a couple of tall skinny ones from Peru, Mexico, Jamaica. There were no cactus plants on Australia's fair shores till the white man came with seedlings and spores. So most cactuses come from America. The nocturnal cactus flower. I open my bud with the coming of night. My petals unfold their colours so bright. My perfume is splendid through all hours of dark. My lifespan is so short, it's a sad thing to say. With the coming of sunlight, I just fade away. So obviously they have beautiful flowers of a night time, and then come the sunlight, they fade away. So beautiful, some of these cactuses. Look at this gorgeous looking thing. That's amazing. One of their cool little signs to stay off the gardens. Be a sport, don't be slack. Keep off the gardens, stay on track. Look at these ones from Brazil. Big, long, skinny arms. That's beautiful. Maybe they're the ones that flower over night time. And then they fade during the day. Free parking for birds in this tree. They can come down and sit in the tree and look at the cactuses. Seguro, over 100 years old, 2008, Arizona state flower. Wow, check that baby out. That is so cool. Very tall. Look at the size of that one there from central Mexico. That is huge. But anyway guys, that's the cactus garden here on the Blue Door tour, and it is $15 to enter. If that's what you're into, pay the $15 and come and have a look at all these beautiful cacti.
Hey guys, I've got Reagan here from Bevan's Cactus Garden and Black Opals. How are you, Reagan?
I'm very well, thank you. How are you?
Just a quick one. How did the garden come about?
So my mother and father-in-law moved here in the 60s. They wanted to have a little go at mining. They found a few stones, didn't know what they had, went back to what they were doing before, came back and had another try, and somebody saw what they had actually found with these little opals, and they sold them and built the house here. So they had far more than what they originally thought. My father-in-law is always an avid gardener, so they had veggie patch out the back, and he started with the cactus bit out the front. By the mid-80s, they'd opened it up for visitors to come and have a see, and so now it's been in Better Homes and Gardens and Nat Geo. And
so when people come, what sort of things will they expect to see? They're obviously cactus, but are they cactus from all over the world?
Cactus from all over the world, or from the South Americas, the Americas. There's no Australian cactuses, so you know, they're all tourists too. We have more than 2,500 different varieties out there. You know, the oldest one's the saguaro, which looks like a great big phallic number.
Yep.
But it's about 80. There's the big one over in the corner, and that's about 50. So yeah, there's us, me, I'm here.
Okay, and so you're on the Blue Car Door tour.
Yep, we're Blue Door number 7.
And are you open 7 days a week, 6 days a week? How often? And what are your hours?
If we are here, we're open. We've got a sign out there that gives a rough estimate of, if it's daylight, we're here. If it's nighttime, we could still be here. Sometimes we open at 10, sometimes we open at 6. But if we're here and around, we're open. We always have a phone number on the door to ring and say, hey, is there anybody here?
All right, now obviously you can buy opals from here as well. You have a large display in here of black opals and odds and ends, rings and necklaces and earrings and that.
Yep.
Can people buy cactuses?
Yes, they absolutely can buy cactuses. There's a few rules about interstate things and also where you live and the weather there. But yes, we definitely sell cactuses in manageable, transportable sizes.
Okay, no worries. And the last question, I saw that you don't take, you do take cash or bank transfer. You don't have SPOS facilities out here.
Facilities,
so if you are coming along, bring cash with you. Cash is king, and a lot of these small businesses can deal with the extra cash injection.
Thank you. Excellent.
All right. Cheers, Reagan. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Nice to meet you.
So guys, we've just rocked up. We're going to do the Red Car Door tour now, self-drive tour. So the first stop is the Plague for Information. This is where the first opal rush boomed here in 1905. So we'll continue on and follow the map. So on the left here, guys, is a home made from stones and bottles. It's pretty cool. See the bottles reflecting on the sun over there. Now this is a private residence, so take photos if you want, but yeah, I wouldn't approach the residence because it is private and I wouldn't want people walking around my house. How cool is that though? Now this is the number 4 on the Red Car Door tour, the Ridge Castle. And you're welcome to take photos. Oh, and look, the Ridge Castle is for sale. Nice bench seat here made out of bottles. I wonder what they are. Beer? Yeah, look at that, Great Northern. Someone's had a bit of a session. Dave just pointed out, look in the background. Can you guys see that bright yellow? That's the canola fields. This place is pretty quirky.
Edinburgh Castle, 16,286 kilometres.
Yeah. Amigo's Castle's just down the road, kilometre.
1 kilometre.
But yeah, here you go, it's for sale. You want to buy a castle, live out at Writing Ridge?
So this is Griff. Griff, guarding the Ridge Castle is our beloved pet griffin. Sometimes called a griffin or griffin, please never call it a dragon. Dragons breathe fire. It did, however, briefly belch fire once. Actually, it was more of an explosion than a belch. Griffin is a mythical creature known as a half-eagle, half-lion in various cultures, in legends and folklore.
Keep off the grass, babe.
Keep off the grass. Stonehenge, stage 1. Welcome to the Ridge Castle. We appreciate your donation into the wishing well to help maintain the castle. Just like Queen Lizzie at Buckingham Palace, dress up for a photo. Sir Roy and Prince Peter. Well, there you go. A few coins in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 $5 notes. Oh, there's another one, so it's 10, well, 11 $5 notes. The Opal Bell Tower, beer o'clock, believed to be the tallest bell tower in the world, constructed with beer bottles. There you have it. Well, it does say 635 or 633, so I guess that's right, twice a day. 5.25 metres tall, 833 bottles, constructed September 2020. I think these are like towers around the world. That looks like Centre Point Tower. And then this one way down here is our tower, Beer O'Clock Tower. There's a dirty rascal over there.
So yeah guys, that's the Ridge Castle here on the Red Door tour.
I could be Sir Lancelot.
Go on, pull the sword out of the stone. No. No. Looks like you're not going to be a prince, baby. So we're coming up here to KFC, but there is no KFC, no drive-through. How cool is that? So guys, we're now on the Yellow Car Door Explorer Tour, the self-drive, and the thing we want to see along here is the Chambers of the Black Hand mine. So we've just passed number 2. You pass a lot of stuff on the way, a lot of old mining equipment, things like that. This is the road out, so we're just passing number 3. So we're just here at the Chambers of the Black Hand. Now apparently, you can book online, but you see over 900 carvings and you tour a real local mine. So they're saying the others aren't real.
So as you see, with another sexy hat on, we're at the Chamber of the Black Hand, which has sculptures and a tour of the mine. It was $46 a person, I think. Could have been 48. Coming to 96 bucks anyway. So yeah, it must have been 48 bucks a person. We'll go down, we'll have a look. There's over 40 sculptures down there, and they're all handcrafted with a butter knife. So we'll go down, you get a bit of a guide, they'll talk to us down there, tell us a little bit about it, then you get your own time to walk around and check out the sculptures. So we'll take you down and show you what it's about.
Welcome down to Chambers of the Black Hand. My name's Alan. First up though, we do ask us to be conscious of your presence and respectful of our carvings. Think of this place down here like an art gallery, and it is only a soft sandstone, so we do ask you not to lean up against, handle, touch or interfere. We also encourage you to take as many photos as you like. We recommend no flash. There's quite a bit of silica in the sandstone. It'll bounce back at you. The gentleman that created all this, his name is Ron Canlon. He's a pommy. Actually, he's a nice bloke though. He started his working life in the Royal Marines, where he's on the Special Boat Services. You don't know anything about them, they're the sharp end of the spear. From there he went on to being a deep sea diver off the north coast of Scotland, working off oil rigs to a depth of about 500 feet. In that job you're either waiting about to go down or come up, and he don't care to wait. So he'd take a block of wood and a pocket knife and he'd whittle and carve. And that was pretty well his training for everything you'll see through on this level. He's had no formal education on painting or artwork, sculpturing or carving. All this, pure raw talent. Got out to Australia in 1980 and he heard about the Ridge. Oh, must see. Got here at Christmas time, the hottest part of the year. So Ron worked the claim here then for 27 years. In that time he made a total of $25,000. So the first thing he done was a welcome ribbon, welcome in. Then he went on and done his anchor chains, and then he done the badge for his unit, that rope around the dagger, quite a bit finer detail type work. And by the time he finished that, he had a good understanding of sandstone, and away he went. As he started to fill the room up, the next step, send a drive down to the next old hand dug shaft. There's a couple along here. By linking them up, you keep that natural ventilation going, keeping it nice and fresh. As you start to get along, you'll notice that the level of professionalism will rise quite a bit as he works out how to get the best out of the sandstone to present. There is somewhere north of 800 carvings through here. 22 years of work and all done by one bloke, Ron Kenlin. He dug it, he carved it, he painted it.
So guys, that was the tour of the Chambers of the Black Hand here on the Yellow Door tour. If you were to pay for any tour out of all the 3 door tours that I've done today, that we've both done today, I would pay for that one. It was, what, $48 each? And you can go down, there's 2 different levels. So the first level is all the sculptures. So that's what you see on the tour that we just did, but it's a self-guided tour. They give you a little bit of an intro, show you, talk about some of the pieces and things like that, and then you end up in a gift shop and then come out through the exit. But the sculptures were bloody amazing, like really, really well done, well worth it. So what do you think?
Yeah, no, I thought it was really good. It was amazing. He's a very, very talented gentleman. Very, very clever. There were some awesome sculptures down there, as you see in the video, and I definitely would pay to go down and see that again, sort of thing. Like, no, it was phenomenal. Hey guys, I hope you really enjoyed that video. Yeah, there's a hell of a lot to see and do around Lightning Ridge, and it's a very quirky little place. Well worth a visit, and you can spend quite some time there and get out and have a good look around the surrounding areas. Anyway, hope yous are all well. It's coming up to Christmas time. Watch all those lunatics on the road drink driving. But anyway, it's that time again, joke time with Dave. And I'm over in Western Australia in Perth at the moment, but the Roz is back home in Brizzy, and so I'm doing a joke without her. But anyway, hey Roz.
Yes, Dave?
Why did the Mexican take antidepressant medication?
I don't know. Why, Dave?
for Hispanic attacks. Get it? His panic attacks, Hispanic. Catches.